My boyfriend said I was being dramatic about his female best friend, until I showed him the text where she said she's just waiting for us to break up. For 6 months, I'd been trying to explain that Veronica made me uncomfortable. The way she'd text him at 2 a.m. about nothing. How she'd touch his arm and call him by a nickname only she used. The Instagram stories she'd post from his apartment when I wasn't there. "You're being insecure," Liam would say. "We've been friends since high school." It's not like that. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. Then my phone died during a work conference and I borrowed Liam's to call my mom. That's when I saw it. A notification from Veronica that made my stomach drop. "Day 187 of watching you waste your time. She's not gonna last." They never do. My hands shook as I opened their message thread. Months of conversations I'd never seen. Her complaining about me. Him defending me, but weakly. Her sending photos of herself in outfits. Asking his opinion. Him responding with heart emojis I'd thought were reserved for me. But the worst part was from 3 weeks ago. "Veronica, you know you're going to marry me eventually, right? We're inevitable." Liam, "Stop. I'm with her now." Veronica, "For now. But I'm patient. I've waited this long." He'd never told me about that message. Never mentioned that his best friend was openly declaring her intention to replace me. When Liam came home that evening, I handed him his phone with the messages open. "I can explain," he started. "Explain what?" I asked, surprisingly calm. "That your best friend thinks you two are endgame? That she's counting down the days until we break up?" His face went pale. "It's not like that. She's just going through a breakup. She's emotional." "This is from 6 months ago," I said. "Her breakup was last month." He had no response to that. I spent the next week at my sister's place thinking Liam would realize how toxic Veronica was. Instead, he sent me paragraphs about how I was overreacting, how I was trying to isolate him from his friends. Then Veronica posted a photo, her and Liam at the restaurant where we'd had our first date. Caption, "Some traditions are worth keeping." I blocked them both. 2 months later, I was rebuilding. New apartment, new routines, new confidence. I'd started seeing someone casual, nothing serious, just testing the waters again. That's when my sister called. "You need to see this," she said, her voice strange. She sent me a link to a wedding website, Liam and Veronica's wedding website. The date was set for 6 months out. Their love story section claimed they'd been secretly in love for years, but timing was never right until recently. I felt sick. Then I felt angry. Then I felt something else entirely. Because buried in their photo gallery was a picture that made everything click into place. Liam and Veronica at a restaurant, dated 8 months ago. 2 months before Liam and I even started dating. I zoomed in on the background. There was a ring box on the table. My sister's voice pulled me back. "There's more. Check your email. Someone sent you something." In my inbox was a message from an unknown sender. No name, just a subject line. "You deserved to know the truth." Attached were screenshots. Dozens of them. Messages between Liam and Veronica going back 2 years, planning how he'd date other girls to make her jealous, discussing their timeline for getting back together, referring to me and his other ex-girlfriends as placeholders. But the last screenshot was dated yesterday. Veronica to Liam. "I told you the revenge plan would work perfectly." She never suspected we staged that text for her to find. My phone buzzed. A new message from the unknown sender. "We need to talk. I'm ex-girlfriend number 3, and I think they did this to all of us." I stared at the message for a full minute before my fingers started working again. "Who is this?" I typed back. The response came immediately. "Coffee tomorrow? 10 a.m. at Riverside Cafe? I promise I'm not crazy, but we need to compare notes before their wedding happens." My sister was reading over my shoulder.